Robert De Niro stands up for January 6 officers amidst Trump trial protest. Oscar-winning actor Robert De Niro took to the steps outside a Manhattan courthouse on Tuesday to deliver a powerful speech in support of President Joe Biden and against former President Donald Trump. The event took place as Trump's hush money trial nears its conclusion, drawing a crowd that included a vocal group of MAGA supporters. De Niro, known for his long-standing criticism of Trump, was accompanied by several law enforcement officers, including Michael Fanone and Harry Dunn, who were assaulted during the January 6 insurrection at the Capitol. The actor's speech centered around the violence and chaos instigated by Trump, calling attention to the bravery of those who defended the Capitol. Addressing the crowd, De Niro repeatedly referred to the violent events of January 6. Somehow he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution and on January 6, rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake, De Niro declared. That's why I needed to be involved and wanted to be involved in the new Biden-Harris ad, because it shows the violence of Trump and the use of violence to anyone who stands in the way of his greed. Despite frequent interruptions from pro-Trump demonstrators, De Niro maintained his focus until he was heckled while praising the Capitol police officers as true heroes. The interruption came from a protester who accused the officers of lying under oath about the insurrection. With a car alarm blaring in the background, De Niro's temper flared. "Oh, they lied under oath? What are you telling me?" he retorted, pointing towards Dunn and Fanone. The protester referred to the officers as traitors, prompting De Niro to express his disbelief. "They're traitors? I don't even know how to deal with you, my friend. I don't even know how to deal with you." De Niro continued to defend the officers, stating, "They stood there on January 6 when they didn't have to," and highlighting their courage compared to other officers present during the attack. He emphasized, "They stood there and fought for us, for you. For you." The protester insisted the officers weren't fighting for him, to which De Niro replied, "No? They fought for you, buddy. You're able to stand there right here now." De Niro then returned to his prepared remarks, underscoring the importance of remembering the chaos of Trump's presidency and the potential dangers of a second term. His participation in a re-election campaign ad for President Joe Biden aims to remind the public of the violence and instability associated with Trump. The Biden campaign on Tuesday dispatched actor Robert De Niro and two former police officers who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, Harry Dunn and Michael Fanone, to convey the threat they argued former President Donald Trump poses to the country, the campaign stated. Speaking to reporters near the courthouse where Trump's trial is ongoing, De Niro described Trump as a clown whose return to the presidency would be perilous for Americans. "I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city but the country, and eventually he can destroy the world," De Niro asserted. In a press conference following the Biden campaign's event, Trump campaign senior advisor Jason Miller dismissed De Niro's speech, calling the actor washed up and criticizing the Biden campaign for turning the trial into a campaign event. De Niro warned, "If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted." He voiced his agreement to participate in the Biden campaign ad to showcase the violence associated with Trump and to remind Americans of the danger he poses. Harry Dunn and Michael Fanone, both vocal critics of the January 6 attacks, joined De Niro in condemning Trump. Dunn, who recently lost the Democratic primary for Maryland's 3rd congressional district, labeled Trump as the greatest threat to our democracy. Donald Trump is the greatest threat to our democracy and the safety of communities across the country today, Dunn said. We've been called traitors, just today. We were all called traitors on January 6th for doing our job. Fanon, a former D.C. police officer who suffered a heart attack from the violence on January 6th, also spoke out. I came here today to remind Americans of what Donald Trump is capable of and the violence that he unleashed on all of Americans on January 6, 2021, Fanon stated. Tuesday's appearance marked the Biden campaign's first activity outside the Manhattan courthouse, in contrast to the Trump campaign's daily presence in Collect Pond Park near the courthouse for the past 3 weeks. During the Trump campaign's rebuttal, Miller criticized the Biden supporters' appearance, saying, "The Biden folks have finally done it." After months of saying politics had nothing to do with this trial, they showed up and made a campaign event out of a trial day for President Trump. The stark division between supporters of Trump and Biden was palpable during the event, reflecting the deep political and social rifts within the country. De Niro's speech, filled with impassioned defense of democracy and condemnation of Trump's actions, aimed to rally support for Biden and highlight the perceived dangers of a Trump re-election. As the hush money trial continues, the focus on Trump's past and potential future impact on American democracy remains a critical issue for both campaigns. De Niro's involvement and vocal support for Biden underscore the high stakes of the upcoming election and the continuing battle for the soul of the nation.